Greetings, my name is Thomas, this is my travel channel, welcome to Liberet.
Where travels begin at home. Liberet is all about nature, from forests caked in fruit from June to mushroom picking in October. The outskirts is a symphony of sounds as birdsong fills the skies, whilst deer ventures close to the suburbs of town to graze without bolting at the sight of humans. Czech's fifth largest city lies 100 kilometres north of Prague. It is easily accessible via the Regiojet service. Take a glance at their website on www.regiojet.com and don't forget to download the app for ease of booking. You can even cancel up to 15 minutes before departure and rebook a different time if seats are available at short notice. You can get here in just over an hour for 100 Czech crowns. Inside, all journeys on these semi-luxury coaches include free tea and coffee and seatback screens for films and entertainment. You can fly to Prague with EasyJet or Ryanair from a number of London airports from as little as £14. The journey takes approximately 90 minutes and there are regular bus connections to the nearest metro line from just outside the airport.
This small city is slung between the Reservoir mountains over there and the Ještěd-Kazakov Ridge over there. Liberet is a perfect base for hiking, cycling and running in the summer and partaking in a variety of winter sports during those colder months. Day trippers from Prague come here in order to experience the spirit of the outdoor culture here, whilst once defined the heart of the textile industry. When the textile industry went into decline at the turn of the century, new types of trading formed. The age of nanotechnology and automobiles took shape. New buildings went up, old buildings restored, and Liberec had a new lease of life. Look at the new synagogue and how it protrudes into the modern library here, with beautiful Hebrew writing inscribed across the perimeter. The town hall here is an exact copy of the very one in Vienna, except on a much smaller scale. It was built during the Austrian-Hungarian Empire in 1893. You can see the turrets, window apertures and clock, which are almost identical in fact. Not only it serves as the seat for the municipal authority, but it also hosts weddings and provides a great backdrop for concerts throughout the year.
The square was even where Spider-Man was seen swinging from the rooftops, and no, it wasn't in Prague, in spite of how the 2018 Spider-Man film was depicted.
Dobře, děkuji moc. Super.
You can degust here for half the price of in Prague.
Every year a different statue appears just outside the town hall in Liberet, amounting to a dozen quizzical statues interspersed around town, just like these ones here.
And this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
The Feast of Giants bus stop was designed by the well-known sculptor David Cherney, who was responsible for a number of 21st century controversial masterpieces dotted around Prague. The sculptures you can see here are a reference to the difficulties between Czech Germans and Jews during the two world wars. And yes, it's really a bus stop, so don't be beguiled into thinking anything otherwise, as it serves bus numbers 14, 18, 25 and 34 from Sokolska Ústí. What I love about this town is how it's surrounded by mountain ranges and ridges. Liberec is peppered with 19th century villas and fantastic pubs from yesteryear. I love these villas. Colour just oozes out of the entrances here.
You get the best examples of lavish townhouses on Masarykowa, and every head turn deserves a photo. Some keep their original function from the textile industry, others serve as offices and educational institutions. On the outskirts of town at Liberec is the oldest zoo in the Czech Republic. It's home to the rare white tiger and became the symbol and name for the ice hockey team. Arriving here presents hikers with half a dozen hiking and cycle paths branching right out into the Reservoir mountains. The trails not only attract cyclists but runners, orienteers and fruit gatherers. Czechs will do anything that keeps them on the move.
In my view, one of the most picturesque parts of the town is Liberec's Reservoir. It was built for recreational purposes in 1904. The place attracts walkers, runners, cyclists and fishermen year-round. And in autumn, it's a riot of colour. You can get a great view over to the ridge, and on the opposite side, one of Liberec's most reputable restaurants, Bilimlin. The food is divine. And after some restorations in the spring of 2019, plus setback from COVID-19 in 2020, the restaurant is back in full swing. And come here. The steaks are scrumptious.
Hết ra bên ngoài bán không, để bên ngoài, để bên trong để hai chục đô.
The giant clock pretty much marks one of the main hubs of Liberec at Fignerova. It's here you can get a direct bus to Prague with the famed Regiojet service, or directly into the Reservoir mountain foothills by bus or tram. You can grab a paper ticket at any of these three counters, and don't forget to queue outside. Unless you see through the door, it's vacant. Alternatively, you can purchase a red Odpust card, which only needs topping up, much like that of an Oyster card in London. Did you know Ferdinand Porsche was born in this house on number 38 Tanveldska Street? It lies in the district of Bratislavica, just 10 minutes drive from the centre of Liberec. He lived here for 18 years before continuing his education in Vienna, ending up in Stuttgart, Germany. There are some great references to his achievements in engineering and mobility, plus key moments in his life. The interactive iPads and spotless glossy exhibits make any visit here a smooth and engaging experience. Admission is 50 Czech crowns and is open 9 to 5, 7 days a week. There's also a neat little cafe offering hot and cold drinks and light desserts. These are the oldest preserved residential houses in Liberec, dating back to 1681. They were built to house craftsmen and weavers back in the day. They lie inconspicuously down this side street, just moments away from the town hall. Liberec isn't really renowned for having a lot of 17th century style architecture, so stumbling upon these is pretty gratifying to say the least. I love these half timber framed exposed beams. They remind me a lot of the buildings on the border of Germany, just 30 kilometres north of Liberec.
just can't help but notice the almost 60-kilometre long Ještěd-Kazikov Ridge overlooking the city of Liberec on your way from Prague. At its highest point, at almost 1,012 metres above sea level, is an iconic hotel-cum-TV tower, and its name, Ještěd. It is a symbol of Liberec and can be seen from many towns and villages in the vicinity. Today, I'm walking up Ještěd. I started in the small district of Klinkov, which is the southern subdivision of Liberec, and it's going to take about 2.5, 3 hours to get to the top, depending on breaks. The views at the top are magnificent. You can see the Kilometre mountains that just roll over into Poland. There are hiking trails literally everywhere here. This massive hyperboloid building resembles that of a flying saucer. Well, at least I think so. At night, it glows red and blue, and when the mist rolls past it during twilight, it adds an air of mystery. It's pretty windy up here, and it's not even autumn yet. In 1838, this stone marked the highest point on the ridge. The first building was erected 2 years later. 1906 saw the first hotel. The original hotel burned down in '63, and 10 years later the Ještěd Design Hotel was born. It was designed by Karl Hubacek and won the Perret Prize for architecture. This marvel measures 94 metres in height and is built entirely from reinforced concrete. Let's go and take a look inside, shall we? I just love this oldie-worldy feel with its retro interior that casts you back to 1970s design minimalism. The heavy metal doors, a robust staircase leading to the restaurant, and space shuttle-like windows looking out to the horizons are a wonder. In my view, the only thing that's missing is a rotating restaurant. Can you imagine it? Once you're up here, it attests great views over to Saxony in Germany and Lower Silesia in Poland. Be sure to bring a coat and hat early spring and autumn, and wrap up warm for winter. Temperatures can be considerably colder than Liberec, and winds can be biting. One of the things I love about coming up here is how it always feels like a first visit. Perhaps that's owing to the rapid changes of weather, and consequently, varying hues in the yonder. So what is it I love about Liberec? Well, I've been here a while now, and it's one of those cities which in many ways has that kind of village feel, especially when you get out into the suburbs, which is pretty quick from the centre. You can hop on a bus in about 10 minutes and be right on the edge of town. It has that rural feel, and at the same time it's big enough to give you a dose of international cuisine and shopping and so forth. It's a city which I've certainly grown quite fond of over the years, and in light of the mix of both, it's sort of the best of both worlds. And on an aside, it has these very long summers and quite short winters, just enough to pop some skis on and get a dose of skiing and snowboarding. That's all for now on Liberet. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this vid, and click the subscribe button if you want more on my travels internationally and of course the Czech Republic. Bye for now.